Hello students, in this session we are going to learn the third type of substitution cipher, that is Playfair cipher. This Playfair cipher is a well-known encryption algorithm. It divided the plain text into a group of 2 letters each. See, whatever the plain text is there, we are going to divide it into groups of 2 letters. Each group is treated as a single unit. Whatever the 2 letters we have created as a group, it will be considered as a single unit. So using the key, groups of plain text corresponding cipher text groups are generated. The key generation procedure is discussed below. So as per the Playfair cipher uses groups of 2 letters to generate the cipher text. So it is a block cipher. It is a block cipher. Why it is called as a block? Because we are considering 2 letters as a group. Okay. The total encryption process is divided into 3 parts. So the first part is preparing the plain text. Second part is preparing the key. And the last part is the encryption. So in this video, we will see all these 3 parts. The decryption part we'll see in the next video. So let's start with first the preparing first part, that is preparing the plain text. So the message is first converted into lowercase. See here, we have a plain text message that we live in a world full of beauty. Right? This is my plain text. First you are going to convert into lowercase, remove the punctuations and then split it into a group of 2 letters each. So in the second line I have removed all the punctuations and I have converted to lowercase. Right? Now in the third line I have created a group of 2 letters each. So if any group has the same letters, then split the group by adding extra letters like X between these 2 letters. Now, in this third sentence or third plain text, we are getting double L, the same letter. So what we are going to do? We are going to split this letter with the help of a letter X. Okay. So, we will get LXL. So the first letter of the next pair, and we are going to split this 3-letter group. Why? Because we want only 2-letter group. Okay. So we split like this. LX and second letter L is paired with the first letter of the next pair, and then all the letters are shifted one position to the right. Now here we got 2 double letters, that is LL. So therefore we have we have inserted X into that. Now split this, so it will become LX. Now whatever the next alphabet L is there, that you are going to shift right, so that our whole string again will get changed. The right hand side part will get changed. So it will become LO, FB, EA, UT and Y. Right? Now, if J is present, then all J's are replaced with the I. So this particular example contains no J into this plain text. So let's start this plain text converting to cipher text. Now, as we came to know that the last group, this one, is having only one letter. So append one more letter to the to complete the pair. Right? So here we are going to append Z with the last letter Y. Right? So this will be our plain text ready for the encryption process, right? Now write the group such that in one row 5 pairs are there as shown below, this one, right? So whatever the plain text message is there, write these all groups in 5 pairs. Okay, so in row 1 we will write 5 pairs. So first will be WE, the next will be LI, VE, IN, AW. Okay, so this row is full now. The second row, OR, LD, FU, LX, LO, the next FB, EA, UT and YZ. So now this plain text is ready to encrypt. Now this plain text is ready to encrypt. So what is our first part? That is preparing the plain text. So we have prepared our plain text which is ready to encrypt. The next part, that is the second part, is the preparing the key. So our key is another, which is in small letters. Okay, so read the key having any number of letters. So remove the duplicate letters from the key if they are present. So convert all the letters of the key into uppercase. So this is our key which I have converted into uppercase. So to prepare the 5 by 5 matrix, or to prepare the key 5 by 5 matrix is constructed. Now we are going to prepare this key by using a 5 by 5 matrix. So the key preparing procedure is shown here. Convert the key into uppercase letters. The key becomes like this. This is the uppercase of this key. Then next, write the letters in the 5 by 5 matrix form, that is 5 letters in one row as shown below. See, whatever the key spelling another is there, arrange in such a manner that it should be in 5 by 5 matrix. ANOTHER, right? So in the first row 5 alphabets, second row 5 alphabets. So in this way, fifth row 5 alphabets, 5 by 5 matrix. Now the remaining letters of the alphabet which are not present in the key are filled in the alphabetical order as shown below. Now see, in the another spelling we have ANOTHER. This is our key. We have these alphabets. So whatever the remaining alphabets are there, write it sequentially here. So B was not present, write it here. C, D, F, G. The H is present, so write I, then /J. Then we are going to write K, L, M. N is present, O is present, so write P. Then Q, R is present, so write S. T is present, so write U, V, W, X, Y, Z. This is a 5 by 5 matrix. Okay. Next, as we have to form 5 by 5 matrix and there are total 26 alphabets, we have to limit or we have to omit one alphabet. So generally we select such alphabet which occur less in the language. That is, the frequency of that letter is less. So here we omit J. So here we omit J. Still, if J occurs in the plain text, I is the replacement for J in this particular example. So if the key length is long, the message is more secure, right? So now let's switch to the third part of this encryption algorithm, that is encryption. So we have created a plain text message which is ready to encrypt. Then we have created a key of 5 by 5 matrix, and the last step is encryption. Here, in this, the 2 letters, that is the pair of a plain text, is encrypted at a time. Take any pair of letters from the plain text. The letters in the pair compare with the 5 by 5 key matrix. The letters in a pair may be in the same row, in the same column, or in different rows and column of the key matrix. So here what we are going to do? We are going to read a pair of letters from the prepared plain text. If both the letters of pair are on the same row, if both the letters of the plain text are present on the same row, then each letter of a pair is replaced by the letter to the right of that letter. To the right of that letter. If the letter in a pair is the last letter, that is the rightmost on the row, then replace it with the first letter of the same row. Now let's explain with the help of an example. Suppose the plain text pair is NT, right? So then the corresponding ciphertext is OH. Now what is NT? Right, N and T occur in the same row. So what is the rule? N is our alphabet. We are going to consider the next right alphabet, right? So what is the rightmost letter for N? It is O. And what is the rightmost letter for T? It is H. So encrypted pair will be OH. Okay. That means suppose the plain text pair is NT, then the corresponding ciphertext is OH. Here N and T are on the same row. So we select the right side letters from the key matrix. So the right side of N is O and the right side of T is H. Therefore OH is the ciphertext for NT. Now suppose again second example. If the plain text is YW, then Y becomes, see, Y and W. Y becomes Z, and W becomes X. So ZX is the ciphertext or encrypted pair for YW. Next example. If the plain text pair is RD, R and D, then R is replaced by B and D is the rightmost letter in this matrix. So we are going to replace it with the first letter of the same row, that is E, right? So as there is no letter on this row, what we do? We take the starting letter of the same row. So therefore BE is the ciphertext for RD. See, the rightmost letter for R is B and for D we don't have any rightmost letter, so we will consider the first alphabet, that is E. Okay, for RD it is BE. Next, the next condition. If both the letters of a pair are in the same column, then each letter is replaced by the next letter. Next letter, that is the letter below the plain text letter, right? If it is row, same row, we will select the next rightmost letter, and if it is the same column, then we will select the below letter, next below letter in the same column. So if the letter in a pair is the last letter in the column, then replace it with the first letter of the same column. Okay. So suppose that the plain text pair is EM, right? Then the corresponding, see, where is E? Yeah, E and M lies in the first column, right? So what will be the ciphertext for E? It will be replaced by F, that is next below letter, and M we have the next below letter V. So therefore EM will be replaced by FV, right? Next example, again one example. If the plaintext pair is CY, this one, then you replace this C with the next below letter, that is K. Y, you are going to replace it with the letter T, because there is no below letter below Y. So we will replace with the first letter which is present in the same column. So therefore it will be KT. Alright. Now the last example, last condition. If both the letters of a pair are neither in the same row nor in the same column, then the substitution for plaintext pair is based upon the intersection in the key matrix. So take the first letter from the plaintext pair, locate its position in the key matrix, then move across the row, that is left or right, until it is lined up with the second letter in a pair. Then start with the second letter and move up and down the column until it is lined up with the first letter. So the letters at the intersections are the ciphertext for the said pair. So here one example has been taken, GS. See here, G is present in the third row, second column, while S is present in the fourth row, fourth column. They are not at all lying in same row nor in the same column. So what we are going to do? We are going to see the intersection letters, and that should be lined up either in the same row or same column. Right? So suppose the plaintext pair here is GS, then the corresponding ciphertext is KP. How? Now see, I will move left or right unless and until I get line up with the S, or unless and until I intersect with S. So if I move here, it is I, it is K, and I got S here. So G is replaced with K, right? Next, after that, S. So if I move to the right, I have only single alphabet. I should move it to the left now. It is Q and it is P. So S is lined up to G, or S is intersecting to G with the help of P. So therefore S will be replaced by P. So the ciphertext generated is KP. Right? Now this is our plaintext message. So with the help of this key, we are going to encrypt. Right? So what will be the generated ciphertext? Yeah. So first plaintext pair is WE. W and E. W lies in last row, second column. E lies at second row, first column. So we are going to see the intersection lined up with these alphabets. They don't lie in same row or same column. So for W is replaced with V and E is replaced by R. So therefore our ciphertext will be VR, right, for the first pair. The next pair is LI, right, LI. So therefore we'll check L and I lie in the same row. Okay. So on the right hand side of the L, we don't have anything. So we will consider the first alphabet of the same row. So therefore I have written here F, and for I the rightmost letter is K. So it will become FK. It will become FK. Next, the third pair is VE. Now V and E lies in the same column. So therefore the letter below the letter will be considered. So below V there are no letters. So what we consider? V should be replaced by A and E should be replaced by F. So I got AF. So in this way my ciphertext for "We live in a world full of beauty," the ciphertext generated for this plain text is VR, FK, AF, GO, NV, NB, UL, LM, IZ, IH, IE, FE, SH and ZY. Right? So this was related till the encryption part of the Playfair cipher. I hope you understood this 3 parts of the Playfair cipher. Thank you.